Hi, and welcome to another episode of our Ask the Expert series. I'm here with Tyler Hansen from Melcor today, as we're going to be talking about both commercial and residential developments in and around Red Deer and Central Alberta. So, Tyler, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
What are some of the commercial assets that are in Red Deer right now that are really helping drive growth?
In terms of growth, population growth in residential, the big commercial developments around Clearview Market Square, 30th Ave, and 67th Street, the new roundabout there. Timberlands commercial, those grocery anchored developments are huge commercial amenities for future residents, and those are drawing people into that area. And they're anchoring that growth in that area. There's more commercial development there to happen in the future.
Mm-hmm. Are other things like the Gary W. Harris Center and obviously the new service arena downtown, are those kind of also things that maybe people who are outside of Red Deer and thinking about moving in, that's helping attract them here?
Yeah, certainly those bigger regional amenities that service the entire city improve the quality of life that we have here in Red Deer, and access to those facilities for the different sports programs and drawing big events to the city, like we've seen with the Canada Games, kind of facilitating those projects, as well as drawing future events to the city. So I think those do help put Red Deer on the map, and they create a huge recreational amenity as well for the city in terms of those projects.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the 2019 Winter Games, also the rodeo is going to be coming to Red Deer. Talk about just the true impact that those have from people outside. They notice this community a lot more, and maybe before they didn't know. So yeah, those are big drivers to growth, aren't they? Those
Types of venues, you can hold a ton of different. We can hold much bigger events and big tournaments, and people in terms of population growth and people who haven't been to Red Deer before, that brings those people in. They get to know the city a little bit better and see what we have to offer in the city. So I think they help drive growth from that perspective, and they just help us continue to grow as a community in terms of the offerings that we have available.
What are some of the biggest developments coming to Red Deer in 2018, both residentially and commercially, that we're going to see?
Yeah, we've got, there hasn't been a lot of new residential development. We've had most of the development that happened occurred in terms of new land coming on in 2015. And then we've kind of been working through that through 2016, 2017. 2018, Evergreen will be a new residential community that'll be being launched by Melcor. And then in terms of commercial development, Evergreen's up in that northeast area where all that commercial development's anchoring, and Clearview Market Square, where the new roundabout has been constructed there, where the road used to curve around on 67th and 30th. There's 10 acres there that Clearview Market Square will continue to expand into, so that area will get that much bigger and have that much more commercial services available to help drive the growth in that northeast area.
I know, just talking to people around Red Deer, they're thrilled with that market already. Have you guys locked in any businesses that'll be moving there, or just starting, I guess, the planning phase?
Yeah, we're kind of still in the design phase of that expansion. There are leasing conversations going on with tenants with our commercial group. So I think there are a number of tenants who are interested. We're looking for some bigger anchors to go in there. And that'll take a little bit of time, but through 2018 we'll do a little bit of site work. We may or may not see a building go in there later in the year, but for the most part this year will be more of a planning and design year. And then in the future you'll continue to see that area expand with buildings popping out and tenants coming on. So there will be, beyond Clearview Market Square, there will be more commercial in the future, but in the short term, the next few years, that 10 acres in Clearview Market Square and what's left to develop in Timberlands across the road will be what you see for commercial development up in that area. Talking
about just styles of businesses, is it going to be kind of a consistent theme with new, fresher businesses that aren't currently in Red Deer, like newer brands that we haven't seen?
Yeah, I think we'll see some new brands, some new banners that you haven't seen in Red Deer before. new franchises, and hopefully we want to have some good, strong local businesses in there as well.
With Red Deer continuing to grow east, can we expect to see any new commercial developments on that side of the city down the road?
In Laredo, in the southeast right now, there is a commercial site there. That's the very last phase of Laredo. As far as residential in Laredo goes, all the development has occurred. So what you see there is your last opportunity to build a new home in southeast Red Deer. And the commercial site, we would expect to see something like that develop over the next, sometime in the next few years. But again, that's, with the market, we'll have to kind of wait and see how things are going to go. We expect to see a grocery anchored commercial site in that location. So that's at the end of 22nd Street, to the very east end in Laredo.